Hi, good morning. Welcome back. Today we're gonna make some chicken stew. So I'm trying to cut it up first into small pieces before we can get started. Usually what I do is I take out some of these fatty areas in the chicken just to make sure we don't eat a lot of fat. I'm gonna make it into stew, put a little bit of soup and spices, because I find that during the cold season we have a lot of flu in our house, so I try to make a lot of soups with a lot of spices, kind of to prevent the flu season, the flu coming into our house. Alright, so let's cut it up into smaller chunks. I just bought a new knife. It's cutting really well, so I'm kind of enjoying the process. Yeah, most of the time I get my chicken from Walmart. But recently a friend of ours told us, like, there's a farm near our place, and we went there and got a few organic chicken. So that's really nice. Alright, hang on with me, let's cut it up. Alright, so we're gonna try and wash this. And what I do is I kind of squeeze in some lemon just to make sure we kill all the bacteria in the chicken. I don't know, guys, do you guys do this? It's one of those things that I kind of like to do with my meat. Wash. At this point I try to get off some excess fat on the chicken. Drain off all the water. Alright guys, so I have the chicken in the pot. I put like a cup of water just to have it boil a little bit before I put in my ingredients. I'm gonna let the water boil up until it's done. The chicken has a little bit of fat in it, so I might not add any oil or anything like that. I'll just let it cook with its own oil. So yeah, I'm gonna cover this up just like that, and then I'll put it on high and just let it boil until the water is done, and then we'll add the ingredients. So right now I'm gonna be cutting the ingredients as we wait. Alright, cutting up the ingredients right now. Some onions. I'll cut this really big because in the end they're gonna blend into the stew anyway, so I don't have to cut them so small. I actually like to cut my ingredients by hand. I feel like the food tastes better. Hi Mama, you wanna go back to watch TV? Okay. Big as well. Generous with that. I don't know about you, but for me, I really enjoy food that has enough tomatoes, especially if you're gonna enjoy the soup. It's best if there's enough tomatoes. So I'm gonna put that on the side as well. Start off with the garlic. I have some garlic that I prepped earlier, so what I do with that is I'm gonna bring it on my board, and then I'm gonna use one of these big knives that I have and just kind of smash it up. See, that's the easiest way to kind of chop up your garlic. I find this faster than the trying to blend it or make sure you use a very big knife, like a hard knife, so it doesn't break or anything like that. Next up, I'm going to cut up the green pepper. Usually I put the green pepper last in my stew because I want to retain the flavor. If you put it too early in the cooking process, they kind of get lost in the stew. Just cut up into small pieces. Sometimes the prepping is even longer than the actual cooking. And finally, our last ingredient is the potatoes. My kids really like the potatoes in the soup, so I try to add that. I don't like it in my soup myself, but because the kids enjoy it, so I try to add one potato or two. Like now I have two small ones. If it was a big one, I would just add one. All right. Let's go and check on the chicken now. Alright guys, so the chicken, the water is done in the chicken. As you can see, there's like, the chicken already has its own oil, so I am not gonna add any more oil at all. I also have my ingredients right here. I have the garlic, the onion, the tomatoes, the green pepper, and the potatoes. So we're gonna start with the potatoes. I just like to start with the potatoes, and then I'm gonna add the onion, and then we'll add the garlic. I'm gonna mix this up. And then I'm gonna go ahead with the tomatoes. And add a little bit of salt. As usual, I'm not a fan of spices because I have little kids. So I try to keep spices to a minimum. They don't like spices. So the only thing I use is just I add like a little teaspoon of Royco, and that's it. Because I put a lot of ingredients to the soup in itself. So yeah, that's how it looks like right now. I'm just gonna cover this up so the tomatoes can blend in. I'll cover it up for about 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll be back. Alright, the tomatoes are all blended in. So what I do is I'm gonna add some like 2 to 3 cups of water just to have enough soup for everybody. Looks good. Hi, Baba. Yeah, okay, maybe 2.5. Just to kind of cover it nicely. Wow, that looks good.
Mommy,
Yes.
this is eat soup.
You want to eat soup?
No, eat chicken.
You want chicken?
Yes, chicken.
Alright, it's still cooking.
Eat chicken. Chicken.
Alright,
Chicken. Chicken.
We're gonna put that to a boil on high, and once it boils really good, I'm gonna turn it down and have it simmer. Okay. Alright guys, 2 hours later, we wanna find out if the Dutch oven did an excellent job. And time of reveal. Whoa. Yep, looks good. Our potatoes are still intact. The chicken is well cooked. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. So I can actually turn it off. I put it on slow cooking for a long time. So yeah, that's how it looks like. It's all cooked, very nice. Very nice. And I'm gonna have my soup. I already got some soup on my plate and a chapati right there. I'm gonna enjoy that right now, and if you like ugali, there's some ugali for you. All right, you can see now I'm smiling because there's something nice coming up. Until the next one, thank you for tuning in, thanks for subscribing, and I appreciate you guys tuning to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.